Super Saiyan 4 is quite a divisive yet popular transformation within the franchise. While I know a lot of people absolutely love the callback of the Ozaru form and having a Saiyan tame their inner beast, some hate it for its perceived lack of power compared to the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, or Ultra Instinct forms. And others simply just don't like Goku cosplaying as an orangutan. That's understandable. As a YouTuber who has covered Dragon Ball for over a year now, and been a fan of this series approaching a decade and a half, the debates of how strong Super Saiyan 4 is and how it compares to other versions of Goku can get quite toxic at times, which is understandable. Fans will always defend their favorite character, even if it is in an illogical way. And while I do love the Super Saiyan 4 form, I do believe people vastly downplay this version of Goku, but there are also many people who will drastically wank him to oblivion, using the most common argument that Super Saiyan 4 is a limit breaker. It brings a Saiyan to its utmost limits, and therefore, it does not have a multiplier. It is basically an infinite multiplier in their eyes, and thus this is the crux of their argument. While this can be confusing, it is still a huge misconception, and in my opinion, has become the greatest myth that revolves around the legendary transformation of the Super Saiyan 4. And I'm going to be showing you guys why this is simply not an argument. So guys, I know a lot of people are probably going to get upset about this. I know many of my subs actually do use this argument, but sometimes you need to learn some things, and sometimes you just have to admit you're wrong. But if you do enjoy this video or learned anything new, please do leave a like and subscribe for future Dragon Ball content. So it's actually really easy to find where this claim originated from. Soon after GT's airing, a series of guidebooks were released as supplementary info into the series. This is the GT Perfect Files. The Super Saiyan form is featured here and is finally given a description. Super Saiyan 4. The form which draws out the battle power which Saiyans possesses out to the utmost limits is this, Super Saiyan 4. It is distinguished by having a different appearance than previous Super Saiyans with red body fur and long black hair. It is called Super Saiyan 4 out of convenience, but due to it being a transformation from Golden Ozaru, it would be no exaggeration to call it a different species from all previous Super Saiyans. Thinking of it as a different species, you could also name such points as the fact that unlike with 3, he has an adult appearance, despite being a transformation of little Goku. Now, a lot of this is really just padding, so I'm just going to read over the important part to narrow down the statement for what everybody argues. Super Saiyan 4. The form which draws out the battle power which Saiyans possess out to the utmost limits is this, Super Saiyan 4. Now you can say, yes, Super Saiyan 4 is a limit breaker. People will often compare this to Master Ultra Instinct.
Well, Ultra Instinct was a limit breaker, and Super Saiyan 4 is a limit breaker. This means they are equal, and Super Saiyan 4 beats any Goku.
That simply just isn't the case. Super Saiyan 4 born brings the Saiyan's power to his utmost limits because it's a new transformation. That's their utmost power at the time. Every new transformation brings the Saiyans to its utmost limits. Super Saiyan 1 brought Goku to his utmost limits, Super Saiyan 2 brought Gohan to his utmost limits, and so did Super Saiyan 3. And hell, so did God, Blue Kaioken, Blue Evolution, and Ultra Instinct to Goku and Vegeta at times. Whenever a Saiyan discovers or breaks through and finds a new form or technique, that is their utmost limits at the time. Don't believe me? Why don't you check out the Daizenshu? Here is this blurb that refers to Super Saiyan 3 prior to when Super Saiyan 4 existed. Interestingly enough, it is pretty much the same wording here in reference to its limit-breaking abilities and potential. And quote, the strongest form of Super Saiyan which brings out a Saiyan's limits. So it's pretty much the same thing that Super Saiyan 4 is saying. Now here's a dilemma. If you still want to believe that Super Saiyan 4 is either an infinite multiplier or drastically high yet an unquantifiable one, then by proxy, you must believe the same about Super Saiyan 3 based on its statement. And if you do, well, then you're wrong, as Super Saiyan 3 Goku was fodderized by baby Vegeta, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku with just a smidgen of his power, which a lot of actual shipping companies say that a smidgen is 1/32 or roughly 3 to 4%. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku at 3 to 4% of his power was able to toy with a much stronger Super Baby 2. So Super Saiyan 4 is definitely stronger than Super Saiyan 3. And also this shows that this statement mentioning Super Saiyan 4 being used as either an infinite boost is wrong, as proved by the statement about Super Saiyan 3 and the Daizenshu. But I have other points to prove what I'm saying here. Now, many people will actually concede to Dragon Ball Super Goku being stronger than GT Goku, but will also then make the claim that if Dragon Ball Super Goku had Super Saiyan 4, it would be his strongest form, as it brings him to his utmost limits. While in theory it could be his strongest form, not based on this kind of logic though. If Super Saiyan 4 Goku already made Goku the strongest he possibly could be, then why did Goku have to improve this form? Not once, but twice. Many people who haven't watched GT or haven't watched it in a while will miss that there are 3 variants of the Super Saiyan 4 form. The first is just Super Saiyan 4, the one Goku unlocked against Baby, but he actually upgrades this form in the very same saga. With his friends surrounding him, Goku levels up to a full power Super Saiyan 4. While his regular Super Saiyan 4 form was not able to overcome Ozaru Baby, his new and improved form led him to victory. Finally, the final variation is Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. Again, garnered through allies giving him energy, while previously, Goku's full power Super Saiyan 4 was nothing to Sen Shenron. Even Shenron tanked a ×10 Kamehameha from him, but despite the vast difference in power, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku was able to defeat Sen Shenron with his eyes closed. So there you have it. If Goku needed to upgrade his form twice, then it does not truly bring him to his utmost limits anymore. And as Super Saiyan 3 has the same statement but isn't an infinite multiplier, and it is proven to not be his strongest form, as Super Saiyan 4 and the God forms came out later, then this argument is rendered null and void. So that's basically it, guys. You can say that it's a limit breaker. Sure, it is, and it does. It's an accurate, label. It brings a Saiyan's power to its utmost limits, but it's a big but here. Unless if they get a better form. Because if they get a better form, then that's, not the case. Because this was the same thing made about Super Saiyan 3. But that's not the case because then they came out with Golden Ozaru and Super Saiyan 4. So, this argument is null and void. You can't say that Super Saiyan 4 is the best form because of the statement. And you can't say that it's an infinite multiplier or a drastically high multiplier because of the statement. Because, remember, Super Saiyan 3 had the same statement, but is only 4 times stronger than Super Saiyan 2. So, you can't make this infinite multiplier or extremely high. I mean, you can make the extremely high argument for Super Saiyan 4, but not based on this claim. If you go by different measures of scaling, you could, but not based on this. So, I myself have used this argument in the past. It was definitely lazy of me to do, and I'm not going to use that anymore. Super Saiyan 4 is strong, but saying it's infinite or saying that, it's brings out the Saiyan to its utmost limit, so it's going to be the best form no matter what, it's wrong. It's just plain wrong. So, I mean, I love Super Saiyan 4, but you can't use this argument anymore, and that's just pretty much why. But you can feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. I'll read through the comments and, tell me why you think I'm wrong, and I can, discuss it with you. But besides that, let me know what you guys thought about this video. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Join my Discord and follow me on Twitter. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.